I love this song.
Oh yeah!
What's up, everybody?
I think we've officially found our unofficial intro song.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. It is.
Thank you, AI.
I know. It is Fresca to Rudy. This is Hitlist Live, and still kind of new. I think this is our fourth one.
No, this is our third one.
It is.
This is our third one. Yeah. Or no, wait, our super producer's telling me it's our fourth one. That's how new it is. We haven't even looked at how many we've done so far.
Yeah, we didn't count the first one. How about that one?
But we're building it up though. You know, listen, Rome wasn't built in a day.
See?
It burned down in a day, but it wasn't built in a day. And you know, we'll
you didn't have to
there.
say that part.
I'm just giving you, for all the history buffs out there.
Okay.
That's actually the ending of that saying. So.
Yeah, and if you didn't know, I'm Fresca and
I'm Rudy.
Yeah, I hope you didn't get that yet.
In case you didn't see the caption at the bottom of the screen on YouTube Live.
Anyway,
how are you feeling? How are you feeling this today after the chili cook-off that we had yesterday? Because I'm still fiending for some of that chili.
I know. I actually am doing okay. I also thought that there was going to be some leftover chili in the kitchen. I'm one of those that will go and look to see if there's any leftovers.
Yeah, of course.
And there wasn't, but there was pumpkin pie. So.
But you're supposed to leave leftovers. I mean, I was very upset. I was disappointed because I was looking forward. I was thinking about the leftovers yesterday at home, and I was like, man, tomorrow when I get to the station, I'm going to grub out on some of this leftover chili. And the people took it. What kind of person takes food back home after a potluck? What's up with that?
I don't know.
I'm bothered by that.
I am too. So I guess we're just going to have to make a rule that that's something that they're going to have to do going forward.
Yeah,
so.
If I dip my spoon in it, it's mine now. All right? And you leave it behind no matter what.
I know. But again, welcome to Hitlist Live. It is Fresca and Rudy, and this is where we talk about things that are going on in the Bay and beyond. So let's just get to it, man. Here's a toast to terrible decisions.
Okay. Sounds like every weekend of my life. I like it.
Well, there was this woman who broke into a home in Palo Alto just to have a glass of wine.
That's crazy.
I know. So what happened was the owner of the house walks into his house and then sees this lady sipping on some wine at his kitchen table.
Okay. All right.
like she lived there or something.
Bruh.
And And police say that she's now facing burglary charges because obviously that wasn't her house. She broke in there. She spit on an officer.
Of course she did.
And it was like from sipping wine to like sitting in jail. That's
so when I first heard this, I immediately thought this is like an ex-girlfriend or like a jaded ex-wife who just doesn't want to. She just didn't want to accept the fact that her ex moved on. Because this is ex-girl like behavior.
Sure.
This is what you would do like when you just cannot accept the fact that you're out of the picture now and your man has got a new chick.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's ex-girlfriend behavior, but she's not even his ex. It was like a 70-year-old man just got there and she was
Listen, we don't know.
Chilling there.
We don't know what they could have been doing. We don't know what they might have had a little encounter or something like that. But I'll tell you this much though. If I walk into my house and there's just some lady just sitting in my living or my kitchen drinking wine, I'm going to be intrigued a little bit.
I knew it. I knew it. You are that guy.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
She broke into your house and you're going to be like, hey, what's up, lady?
I'm not going to lie, especially if she doesn't seem very threatening. You know what I mean? Because, look, I've watched a lot of movies that start this way, and they get really interesting about 7 minutes into it.
You got to be an interesting guy. Exactly.
Well, look,
what?
All I'm saying is that he could have just given her a try, see what's going on. You know, maybe she's going through a rough patch. You know, if I left my door unlocked, maybe I subconsciously am like welcoming her into my home. All I'm saying is that the universe does things for a reason, you guys. Yeah. You know, don't be so quick to call the police.
Okay.
Hey, girl.
No, obviously, you're going through a rough patch.
Listen, I walk up. Just imagine. I walk up.
Come on.
I pull out a chair for her.
This is insane.
I wipe the red stain off her front tooth. Ooh, yeah. I'm just saying though, a lot of love can be found inside of a box of wine. That's all. You know, it doesn't always have to be as conventional as love comes in different forms. That's all I'm saying.
Good to know.
Yeah. I'm not calling the police that fast. That's all. That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're watching Hitlist Live. We are Fresca and Rudy. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Fresca and Rudy.
You take this story now.
No, I entered the first one. I told you I get the first one, and then I do that transition, and then you do the next story.
Okay, but why would I do the second transition though? If I just did the story.
I just did the story one. I introed that.
Okay.
This is why we talked about this.
My God.
That's so funny. All right. Well, I'll give you the next story then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
not the way. That's not the way it's supposed to be. But we're gonna talk about
confused.
this. We're gonna talk about this off air.
He's confused. But listen, until the laws catch up, it's pretty much open season for this privacy that's going on right now.
Right.
Because there's these new catch a cheater apps.
Yes.
And they are just starting to flood our online, basically. And they use facial recognition to hunt down dating profiles.
This is crazy.
So you should just upload somebody's photo and then boom, it just searches every dating app out there like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. And and then you'll get exposed. So privacy experts are basically calling this straight up vigilante surveillance because it's building huge databases of people's faces without their knowledge.
Yeah, this
consent.
is what that lady with the wine was doing. I mean, she was basically trying to catch a cheater. This is crazy, and I've been saying this for years. I know people sometimes I'll talk to some of my friends and they just get sick of hearing me say this, but I'm not going to stop reminding you guys that this is an invasion of privacy over and over again, and they always try to sell it to you in a way where they think that they're helping you, like, oh, you're gonna catch a cheater, oh, it's for your safety. Like, do you really want your picture to be out there so that people can kind of just find it online at any given moment for any given reason?
Yeah, no, that's kind of that is definitely an invasion of privacy for sure.
But here's the real question though: would you be willing to use this app to figure out whether some guy that you're interested in is a cheater or not? You know, would you be willing to go down this rabbit hole to find out the truth?
Oh, I probably would.
Right.
I probably would.
And that's the problem right there. See,
I'm just being honest, though. I'm being honest. And if I have this person's picture, well, this is the service, then why not?
I mean, it's just so weird, though. Whatever happened to just finding out the old-fashioned way? Like, what's so wrong with just trusting somebody until something happens?
Well, I do agree that you can become a new person, and maybe you cheated on somebody and all that. But I would still like to know.
Listen, I think people need to be careful with this type of stuff, because if we start going into which we're already going down this rabbit hole where it's like we're going to find out everything about everyone all the time. Do you know, everybody on planet Earth has flaws, tremendous flaws. So you're never going to be able to get past a person's history and try to build a future with them, because we're all going to be so caught up in our BS from back in the day. Why can't we just let it go? Like, if your man tells you, look, I've cheated in the past, I used to be married, I cheated on my wife, but I'm ready to turn a page and be something else, something new. Why can't we just accept the people for who they are now and stop tripping off of what they were before?
Because we kind of want to know what their history is.
Otherwise, it might happen to us too, right?
Right, a little bit, maybe.
I don't know, man. I'd rather not know. I'd rather not know.
You would. Well, then are you one of those people that will look and be like, oh, I wonder what the reviews are?
No, never.
You just go.
I just
find
go.
out yourself.
Yeah, it's one of the worst things that ever happened was reviews and Yelping and stuff like that, because now you can never have a fresh start with anyone. You can never have before it was Yelp reviews kept you from going to restaurants. Now these types of apps, these catch a cheater apps, or even the T app that was going around.
Oh yeah.
That's like a light version of this. Now you're never going to be able to start a brand new relationship with a person who's trying to turn a leaf in their life. We just won't give people a second chance anymore.
You're just going to have to change your name, change your face. Oh, people are changing their faces now anyways.
You know what's crazy is that everybody that's listening to this, they're like, that's what a cheater would say, Rudy. That's it. You're talking exactly like a cheater would talk. And so what if I am?
Oh,
all right,
man.
come on. I'm just saying, though. We got to give each other a chance. Humans grow. Humans change.
All
right, stop putting me on an app. All right, it's Fresca and Rudy right here on the Hitlist Live. Make sure to catch us on 102.9, the best throwbacks and R&B every weekday morning from 6 to 10 a.m. Now, we looked up in the sky not too long ago, all throughout the Bay Area, and we saw something that was pretty weird. It's right out of a sci-fi movie. Last week in San Francisco, we spotted a massive silver airship. It had a name. It was called the Pathfinder 1, but that's not what we thought. We thought it was for sure Independence Day coming to life. But what was going on is that they were testing how airships could make a huge comeback for travel and for cargo. But the Pathfinder 1 was so humongous that people got scared. It was basically the size of 3 737s back to back.
Yep.
Which I know a lot of us don't know a lot about 737s. Let me give you a visual. It's longer than a football field from field goal post to field goal post.
Yep.
So if you've ever been to a football field, just know that there was something that size going around in the sky, and people legitimately thought it was a
like there's
a
an
UFO.
alien invasion kind of situation. Yeah, it's like let's think of being on a plane with 100 rows of seats or more,
and people were calling in reporting this like with real fear in their voice. But I mean, how else would you respond if you saw something that huge in the sky? I mean, are you immediately thinking aliens?
I wouldn't probably think aliens. I would just kind of think like, what are they doing? And they were, like you said, researching, like doing cargo and perhaps putting people up there. I don't think I would ever ride in one of those.
No, never.
And to take that over to LA or something like that. No way.
I mean, imagine trying to. Okay, so have you ever been in the back of like a Southwest Airlines, plane, right? Sometimes when you can't use the bathroom in the back, you walk to the front. I'm not walking 400 feet to go to the bathroom. I mean, basically, there will never be any integration between first class and coach ever again on one of these Pathfinder ones.
That would be nuts, though. You figure how many people are actually going to be on that flight and have just a bathroom in the back? Like they'd have to have way more bathrooms.
Well, if it's a Spirit airline, they might have a porta potty in the middle somewhere.
Hey, I would rather use that than go all the way 100 yards to go to the bathroom.
Sometimes, even though I don't know anything about science, I don't know anything about aerodynamics. Sometimes I worry about having like a machine that big in the sky. You know what I mean? Like how does that work? And who's brave enough to actually get on it for the very first time? Do you remember a couple of years ago they were testing something out called the Airship?
No, what's that?
It was basically like a cruise liner, like a cruise ship, but in airplane form. That was gonna be in the sky flying around, and
really?
It was about this size. It was roughly this length. And I remember saying to myself, I will never trust that. I give me just a regular Southwest, a little passenger. That's it. That's all I need. I don't want to be on something this big.
Yeah. To the hell no, to the no.
If you got a free ticket to go to Dubai on one of these 400-foot long, cargo ships, are you getting on there?
No.
I'm not getting on there.
No way.
I'm going to need a couple of parachutes just at the ready.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to need some parachutes, and we're going to have to go over water at all times.
No way.
I'll pass. You guys. I'd rather it be a UFO.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, please. You guys take care of that. I'm going to stay right here I'm going to stay right here at sea level.
Me too. You're watching Hitlist Live. We are Fresca and Rudy. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Fresca and Rudy. All right, let me ask you a question. Do you ever eat like leftovers or old food?
Yeah, my entire life is just one big leftover.
Okay, well
that's it. That's it.
You might want to go to Shuggies in San Francisco because their leftovers never tasted so good. So what they do there is they transform like day-old food or ingredients into these new dishes, and basically turning leftovers into like a whole dining experience. Now the goal is for them they're accomplishing it actually, is creativity, sustainability, and also in a lively atmosphere when you actually go to Shuggies to experience all of that. So, I mean, would you go?
Absolutely. I mean, they're fighting.
Oh, well, that's kind of like your life already.
That's my life.
So.
They're fighting food waste, and in my home, that was just called "give the scraps to the dog." That's how we used to fight food waste, like leftover tortillas, and I used to make my little dog a little taco and just give it to him that way. So, I come from never wasting any food at all. So I respect the fact that Shuggies, matter of fact, I think it's brilliant. Most people would complain if they were served like yesterday's ham. Shuggies is like, oh, that's a delicacy around here. That is fine dining. But here's the real question though. Why is it that we're cool when Shuggies does it, but when I invite friends over and I give them pasta from 2 days ago, that's a problem?
Well, probably because it doesn't taste good.
What?
You said you don't even cook, so why would
you've never had my 2-day-old pasta?
You don't want me to. You've told me that. You're like, I wouldn't serve my stuff to anybody.
I mean,
and now you're
true.
like, okay, come over to the house and have some of this nasty old food.
That is true though. But just speaking in general though, when you look at other people's leftovers, people feel kind of like slighted and offended if you offer them leftovers. Why is it that once it's in a restaurant form, it's all good?
Well, I'm Filipino, so we will eat leftovers, and I'm going to go to your house and eat your leftover food, unless you honestly already tell me that you wouldn't serve it to anybody. So
I mean, how would you feel though? Like if you went out on a date or something like that, right? And you went back to this person's apartment. They were like, hey, I want to make you dinner, and they serve you up like some pasta from like 3 days ago. Would you feel offended by that, or would you be like, oh well, they're sharing what they have with me, and I appreciate that?
I probably wouldn't care. I probably wouldn't care. He's gonna eat it with me. So if I get sick, then he's gonna get sick too.
I'm telling you right now.
Like, hey, well, who cares?
I'm telling you right now. If somebody invites me over to their house and they give me leftovers, I'm like, oh, this person doesn't respect me.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I'm like, no. Like, you're gonna bring me over and you're gonna give me leftovers? Like, you can't just whip something up, something brand new. I mean, it is kind of this. This is a very, very particular restaurant, and they're doing their thing.
Yes, that's their thing.
They're letting everybody know in advance, like, hey, this is what we do, and more power to you, Shuggies. I salute. But if you invite me over, and you tell me that you're gonna get, and you don't tell me what you're gonna give me, and when I show up, you give me leftovers, I'm grabbing my hat and my coat. And I'm storming out the door.
Bougie.
Yeah. No, you gotta let me know that if it's not a Shuggy situation, then I want some fresh food. I'm sorry.
All right. I get it. Okay.
So just keep that in mind when you invite me over to your house.
All right. Cool.
If you even think about giving me some leftover tortellini, or I don't know what you make, but I might have to just storm out the house.
I can cook some. I can cook a mean salmon.
Yeah. No. Don't give me no leftover salmon. Because there's some foods that I just don't trust.
Okay, fish. All right, I got you.
Yeah, it's already been out of the water for a couple of days. I don't know how long it's been in the back of your fridge. So
all right,
I'll keep an eye open for that.
Okay.
You're watching Hitlist Live. We're Fresca and Rudy. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Fresca and Rudy. Here's somebody who's not worried about leftovers at all. She's trying to catch a fresh fish, so to speak, and she's doing it kind of in an interesting way. There's a woman right here from the Bay Area. Apparently people are either loving her or hating her because of what she's doing. Her name is Lisa Catalano. And this lady's got some audacity. All right. She bought 12 billboards up and down the state of California. She's not even keeping it local.
No, it was from Santa Clara. It was from Santa Clara to San Francisco,
that's
man,
still,
on
that's
101.
That's still that's a good
coast.
chunk. That's a good chunk of the state of California.
Okay.
That's a good amount. That's going to be a lot of eyes on there, okay?
All right. Well, that's the point.
She bought 12 billboards along the coast of California. She's looking for a husband, and she even put together a website. It's called marylisa.com.
Yeah.
And she's getting a lot of backlash for this because some people are on board, but some people are saying, like, this is so, like, cringe. I guess that's the term that the youngsters are using. Where do you stand? Are you team great for you, Lisa, or are you team cringe?
No, I'm team go for it, Lisa.
Really?
Yeah, because she doesn't care what anybody is thinking. She definitely doesn't care what you think or what I think. And that's how you should live your life, where it's like, you know what, when it comes to this particular thing, if she's like, I'm looking for love. She also said something about not being able to be successful on apps and stuff like that. So she was like, I'm going to just go take it a step further and cast a wider net and see who's going to reply. So
yeah, this is a bad idea. And any woman out there, or any man out there that thinks that this is the way that you're gonna find love. I mean, you're completely out of touch, and you're kind of suffering from like the Bachelorette syndrome, which is what everybody's going through right now. Everybody thinks that in order to find something as precious as real love, you're gonna find it through a billboard. No, it's just you're putting on an act. It's a circus that you're trying to invite people into, and that's why the people that are responding, she's not going to find her true love that way.
You can't say that. You cannot say that.
I mean, I can generalize. I can generalize. And the guy that she really wants, the guy that's really the quality guy for her, is looking at these ads and just shaking his head and saying, man, I would never be with that girl.
Well, that's what you say. But there are people that actually like are on the apps, right? And some people are like, well, I'm not just going to be on one. I'm going to go on 2 or 3 or 4 because they want to cast that net. And she's like, well, I'll just cast a wider one, because it's really the same thing if you think about it, because instead of swiping, it's like, just go to my website. If you think I'm cool, just go to my website and let's try to hook up. Let's go try and meet each other.
Yeah, and what I'm saying though is if you are really looking for love, which I don't think she is. I think this is like a publicity thing.
Really?
Yeah, because we're living in that time. We're living in the time now where people value notoriety and quick fame. They value that, and you see everybody on Instagram getting all these followers and stuff, and people desire that. People desire attention. That's what they want.
But there's one thing that she said, and I don't know if we can pull up the audio to this, but she did say something about, I don't need all these guys. I'm just looking for one.
I don't need a lot of men. I just need to find the right one. And I know he's out there.
Oh, that sounds so fake. She sounds so fake. If she really didn't...
So how would she sound sincere?
by not putting up 12 billboards and just talking to guys that she's interested in. Here's the thing though, if you really don't need, I agree, she doesn't need all these men, but she wants the attention of everybody who's going to drive up and down the state of California looking at these billboards.
Because she wants to find somebody who is bold enough to answer her ad.
Would you ever advise a good friend of yours to look for love in this fashion?
I don't know. I think I would just say, I would be like, whatever. I think I would be more intrigued at the fact that they're doing it, and I'd want to see how it would turn out.
You want to see how the circus plays out for them.
Because I'm kind of like, hey, but you know what? I wish them luck, though. It's not like I'm looking at it going, oh, God, like,
listen,
for a circus, I can't wait to, see how all the clowns come out of the car.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm just like, I really would like to see how this pans out, and I'm hoping that she finds who she's looking for.
I mean, I want to see it, too. I'm going to get my popcorn. I'm going to sit, on the side of the show and just watch all the craziness. I'm not going to partake in it. Like, her dream guy, I don't think he's going to partake in this.
Well,
but I guarantee she's going to get her followers up, and she'll have a follow-up episode or whatever this is.
Okay.
I'm telling you, fellas.
I already I already put your application in because you can't do. She said you could do that.
Fellas,
for somebody.
Stay clear, fellas. Stay clear. When you see this billboard, just keep your eyes on the road. 10 and 2. Don't look up.
She's coming for you, Rudy. Or she's coming for you. She's gonna be coming for you.
She won't be coming for me. I guarantee that.
Yeah,
I'll sit her down and I'll be like, "Hey, Lisa, this is a bad idea. Let's not do this.
Yeah.
Should we do the mailbag
feed her your old lasagna.
Are we gonna do the mailbag or are we gonna get out of here?
I don't know if we have time. I think we gotta go. The music's coming on.
We gotta go. All right.
We're coming on 21. Just do the mailbag real fast.
All right, so just a heads up, if you guys ever want to ask us a question directly, just go straight to our DM over at Fresca and Rudy on Instagram. Samantha from Berkeley hit us up and she said, I heard you guys earlier this week saying that you were going to be dressing up for Halloween as cultural condiments. What she wants to know what that means.
Okay, I'm Asian, and I decided I wanted to be soy sauce.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm Mexican, so I'm going to be the Tapatio bottle. And our super producer Jay is, he's a beautiful Anglo man. He's an Anglo angel.
Yes.
And he's going to be, at first we said mayonnaise. But then we're like, no, he's a little spicier than that.
I wonder if he can come out from around the back and just so he can show his face, so people can see him real quick.
Yeah,
just real fast, because you never get to see him. So there you go. Hi, Jay. All right.
Oh wait. I keep blocking him. See, I gotta remember how to do this. So he's a little spicier than mayonnaise. So he's gonna be ranch.
There you go.
And that's that's like the bad boy of mayonnaise. Ooh, ranch.
Yeah, man.
Dip the croutons in this, baby girl.
And he has his mustache going on. Come on.
Yeah. Well, that's more of a mayonnaise mustache, but that's okay though. We're gonna get a little ranch on that thing.
Well, there you go. That's your Hit List Live. Hope you loved it.
I'm sure they did.
Oh, yeah. I was like, are you awake still?
I'm sure they did.
Okay. I'm Fresca.
I'm Rudy.
And thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to be here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. All right?
Come through.